Oh my gosh, you can't stop it. Honestly, like there's more classified documents floating around with these former presidents and vice presidents than I drop F-bombs on this show. And that's saying something. Okay? So Mike Pence decided, out of an abundance of caution, to go back and check his documents, given everything that's going on. And lo and behold, they found some, quote, small number, I don't know exactly how many that is, of documents bearing classified markings in his Carmel, Indiana home from his time as vice president. This, despite the fact that in November, he went on a press tour and said to the Associated Press, to ABC, the following.
You take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
Do you see any reason for anyone to take classified documents with them leaving the White House?
Well, there'd be no reason to have classified documents, particularly if they were in an unprotected area.
No, there wouldn't. But like Trump said, everyone has done it. Right? It's amazing, Amala, where you see like the truth coming out now and all these holier than thou. I would never. It's disgusting. How irresponsible. Not saying it's exactly the same. I'm just saying Trump's basic point that he is not the only one to have this stuff on his property has been proven.
Right. I'm thinking, is this just something that we have not been checking on a regular basis for classified documents in these people's houses?
Yes.
And now everybody's just a culprit here. And, Pence really should have checked, his properties before he went on and made that statement. It was a bad move on his part.
That's exactly right. So why would you go out there, Evita, right? And be so bold in your pronouncement that no, I didn't bring any. And like the somber tone of like, and it's, why would you? Everyone, including Pence, who we think is going to challenge Trump for the presidency, for the nomination, the GOP, they're out there tisk-tisking, like it's just not done. And now we find out it's done by almost everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hypocritical, and especially because Mike Pence said after the Trump raid that he didn't have any classified documents. He went on the record and told all these media outlets that he's not guilty of that. Trump might be, but not me. And we have to also think why now? Why come forward, admitting that you have these classified documents in your home? I don't know about you guys, but my theory is that this is all about a presidential run and that he's afraid it's going to come out. Maybe there was an investigation that he became aware of and that it was going to come out later on and maybe in a primary or in a general election. So he's trying to get out ahead of it. Either way, though, it's so hypocritical and very ridiculous, the whole thing.
I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, let's do this. Let's go to Bill Clinton. Let's go to George W. Bush. Let's go to Jimmy Carter. Let's do it. Let's have them all.
Right.
If you don't think Bill Clinton has got classified documents in his home, you're crazy. He 100%. We didn't have a nosy national archivist tapping on all the shoulders of those people the way we did with Trump. And now so Biden doesn't know where to land on this. He realizes, I think, that he's ruined any chance of prosecution against Trump. But now he's got to worry about whether this is going to be a huge political problem for him. So he comes out with the no regrets, I'm good. I'm definitely not Trump. I'm proper. I did everything right. And then like out comes another tranche of documents after he said that. So now they've got a new spokesperson going over to the White House who's going to speak, I guess, more than Karine Jean-Pierre is going to on this. And this is the new messaging, okay, from the Biden team on really what's going on here. Number one, it's the fault of the media. And number two, just in case you weren't aware, they did everything properly. Listen.
I think that there's some of this that in every presidency, there are many people out there in the media who sort of try to stir up controversy to get attention or time on camera. The underlying issue that we're talking about here is that as soon as the president's personal team noticed something, they immediately and promptly and transparently disclose that to the proper authorities.
Okay, so a couple of things there. It's not the media's fault. It's not. It's his guy's fault. But secondly, as soon as his personal lawyers, his personal lawyers found it, why are his personal lawyers allowed to look for classified documents? They didn't have a security clearance. They notified the proper authorities. We know now from reporting that's been in the press, as well as Andy McCarthy's review over at National Review, he didn't notify the proper authorities. What they did, the personal lawyers, they called the White House. They called the White House. They did not call justice. And then the White House let the National Archives know. Again, they did not call justice. The National Archives did not call justice. It was the Inspector General at the National Archives who said, holy shit, we better call justice. Like, we don't want to get pulled into this nonsense. And finally, that guy called justice, and justice started looking at it, and it was buried for several months before the press got wind of it, and CBS broke the story just now. So I love the revisionist history.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we all know that they're fans of revisionist history over there. What they're trying to do is run cover. They wanted to see who was going to be implicated in this first. They wanted to see how it was going to affect them. And that's why they make this call to the White House before anybody in the justice system hears what's going on. It's very much like what children do. You know, I stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Let me ask my brother how I'm going to get in trouble for this. And then we'll go tell mom that we went and did this. It's exactly what's happening here. And I have a feeling Mike Pence is going to probably have a very similar tune. Yes, I had these classified documents. I stole the cookie from the cookie jar, but I let mom know as soon as I realized that was the case.
He comes out, Evita, and basically says, reporters always want their moment on camera. This is not that. The reason there have been a couple of spicy exchanges at the White House press office this past week is because Karine Jean-Pierre keeps coming out and lying to them. She keeps coming out and giving them misinformation to be charitable to her. We've found everything. We're sure. The team has acknowledged. They've told me. They've assured me. They found everything. Another tranche. No, this time it's real. Another tranche. She tried being indignant. Another tranche. Whatever. And the reporters, even from the mainstream press, are starting to get irritated at the dishonesty. This particular issue is not the fault of the media.
Yeah, they have this whole narrative that everything they've done has been so clean, so perfect, nothing like Trump. But I mean, if we're just looking at the facts of the both situations, Trump and then Pence and Biden, there's a difference in their positions, right? Trump was the president, and Joe Biden and Mike Pence were vice presidents, and this is where these classified documents came from. They did not have the ability to declassify any of this, right? I mean, that's where we have to start from. And Trump Trump did have that right. So I think that we're even going to think about this idea that this is a clean in any way possible. I think is just so dishonest from the White House.
Like many people, I am eating healthier these days, and that's why I love good olive oil. And by good, I mean fresh. Freshness makes all the difference. Olive oil packs the most flavor and healthiest nutrients when it's fresh from the farm. And that is the problem with supermarket olive oils. They're not fresh. They can be sitting on that shelf for God knows how many months, growing stale. That is why I like my olive oil direct from small, award-winning farms, and I get it thanks to a guy named TJ Robinson, also known as the olive oil hunter. When I first tasted TJ's farm fresh oils, I fell in love with them. Vibrant, grassy, delicious flavors. They are amazing on salads, veggies, pasta, meat, fish, whatever you put olive oil on. And as an introduction to his fresh-pressed olive oil club, TJ is willing to send you a full-size bottle of one of the world's finest artisanal olive oils. It's worth $39 for just $1 charged to you, just one, to help him cover the shipping. Best of all, there's never a commitment to buy anything, and you can cancel your membership at any time. Get your free $39 bottle for just $1 shipping and taste the difference freshness makes. Go to harvestfreshnow.com. harvestfreshnow.com for a free bottle and pay just $1 in shipping. harvestfreshnow.com. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.